Hi, Santiago. Welcome to our first video podcast of IT leadership series. In this session, we are going to discuss mainly about business agility. So, as you understand, business agility is the ability for organizations to be able to respond to changes in the market, embrace new opportunities, be innovative, and adapt digital solutions. So, with your experience being an IT leader, if you pick up any of your past experiences, can you define some of the challenges which you might have faced? You can pick up two or three challenges, and you can give a brief explanation of each one of them.
Yes, thank you very much, Saif. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Santiago Martin Romani. I'm based in London, UK. And over the past 21 years, I've worked in 3 different countries, solving different business transformation and digital transformation challenges. And that it's all about bringing agility and resiliency to a corporation or a business and their models, the business models, to deliver value to customers. It is important to start with the customer, understand what employees and customer need for the business to be successful. And by that, I mean use data analytics and use insights and ask the customers about your products and services that you're offering to them to really make sure that your offerings are a match for what customers' problems are at that point in time and over time, and how they are evolving over time. Business agility is about being very efficient at matching supply and demand. The demand from customers, which could be new business opportunities, new problems, new needs that they need, and you as an organization or business unit or department or team to be able to satisfy those requirements over time. So to do that, you need to be extremely adaptable and be able to hold a conversation to capture the different relevance, importance, and detail of the different problems, and go beyond reading or listening to what customers say, but aggregate and understand what other companies or business models are doing in other industries or in your industry, and try to aggregate different ideas to create something that is unique, a unique business value, a unique proposition at the right cost that the customer is willing to buy. And then you need to sustain that model. And typically to sustain the model, it means that you need to evolve and adapt your product, your service, your offering, and how you sell it and how you attract customers. Those are, in general, to start answering your question. Challenges that I see is that leaders are not thinking in the right way. They don't think about data analytics or customers or employees. They hire some engineers that think about product only, and they're very focused on building a product, a cutting edge product. But then there might not be a market need for a cutting edge product, because you didn't study the market and you didn't establish a dialogue and a conversation that was sufficiently meaningful to capture what the market is willing to pay now and in the future, and to make your business model sustainable. So in summary, number 1, adaptability. And that involves a lot of different aspects about technology, processes, ways of working, culture, etc. And number 2, sustainability. Because if you have agility, but you don't have a sustainable business model, it's not enough. Okay. Remember that a business stays in business because you bring in sales or a revenue or collaboration with suppliers, with partners, with your customers, etc. And you are a part of the ecosystem. Does that make sense, Saif?
Yeah. So from you have mentioned about leadership, and you also mentioned about culture. So what do you think where the leaders have to adapt to bring in business agility? What do you think the leadership should concentrate on from their leadership standpoint, and how they can then impact the culture? So can you elaborate a little bit on more on leadership and culture?
Yeah, leadership and culture. First of all, if we look at science, there are like 4 or 5 or 6 different leadership styles that you need to adapt. And a good leader is one that has traits and the ability to adapt to different environments and circumstances of the business. For example, if you have a production issue, you need to be direct and say, hey, John or Mary, can you please do this for me? Do this for me. And John and Mary receive that and understand it's an urgent emergency. There's a production issue, and go and try to fix the problem, and we'll collaborate in an agile, iterative way, try to come up with the right fit solution, intervention, and just firefight that. But you don't want to be firefighting all the time. What you really want to do is establish a collaborative, continuous improvement, growth mindset culture in your team, in your department, and across the organization, where it is critical to lead with a purpose. What is the purpose? Why are we in this business for? What are we gonna do? And get the buy-in from everybody into that one purpose, whatever that is. And then from there, really empower the people to be collaborative and bring ideas. Anybody in the organization at any level, top, middle, bottom, whatever hierarchy or flat organization, can bring in new ideas that are valuable. And it's very, very, very important that everybody in the organization feels appreciated and empowered to contribute new ideas and see, oh, there's problems. Oh, we've seen that in some other domain or industry, or we can aggregate what we do in our industry with a bit of here and there. And so we enhance, magnify, and massage the idea or the solution to be even more valuable for the end customer. And then we verify with the customer. We use a fail-fast hypothesis testing, like a design thinking approach. And that way we help to lead and form a culture of collaboration, bringing in new ideas, bringing in innovation, and leading through innovation, technology, digital, new ways of working, new agile feature teams. That's one way to do it. It's not the only way, but it is one of the best ways from a science point of view to motivate and get the best performance, aggregate performance of collaborative growth mindset teams.
Absolutely. I think there are various things which you mentioned. I think it's very critical for getting the buy-in from everyone. It is very critical for the success of again, for the whole department. So they buy into the idea, they buy into the purpose, and then you work as a team. And second most important thing is agility. So I think having agile teams will be really helping out for the organizations to become or achieve business agility.